So today we are reviewing topics from the 5th grade standards. Today's topic is simplify and convert fractions. So first we want to simplify. For example 1, we have 4/18. Example 2, 9/15. Now when we simplify a fraction, what we're doing is we're looking to see what whole number can we divide into the numerator and the denominator of that fraction. And of course, the numerator is the top number and the denominator is the bottom number. So we're going to ask ourselves, what can I divide into 4 and 18? Okay, so we're going to divide 2 into the numerator and the denominator. So this is the way I want you to show it. You're going to show that you are dividing in the numerator and the denominator. So once you do that, 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 18 divided by 2 is 9. And there is my simplified fraction. So for example 2, we have 9/15. What number can I divide into the 9 and the 15? Divide by 3. So we're going to show that we're going to divide by 3 in the numerator and the denominator. And now we have 9 divided by 3 is 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5. And there is my simplified fraction. So example 3, we want to simplify 2/3. What number can I divide into the numerator 2 and the denominator 3? Very good. So this one, the biggest whole number that we can divide into that is 1, right? Into 2 and 3. That's the biggest one that we can do. So if the biggest number that you can divide into the numerator and the denominator is 1, then it is already simplified. Okay? So you're going to write example 3, 2/3, and then you're going to write this sentence. So if the only number you can divide into the numerator and the denominator evenly is 1, then the fraction is already simplified. So now we're going to convert fractions and we're going to change to a mixed number. Okay? You guys know what a mixed number is? All right. So, example 4 and 5, we've got 10/3 and we have 5/2. All right. So, to do this problem, to change to a mixed number, we want to divide. Now, I want to remind you that that fraction bar also means divide. Okay? So, not only does this say 10/3, this also says 10 divided by 3. Is everybody clear with that? So we just want to do the division. So we'll say to ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 10? 3 times. Goes in 3 times. So now, how much do I have left over? 1 left over. So that 1 becomes the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So 10/3 is equal to 3 1/3. So 5/2, what did you get? 2 1/2. Very good. So we said, how many times does 2 go into 5? 2 times, right? How many left over? 1. And then the denominator stays the same. Very good. And we get 2 1/2. All right. So an improper fraction, just like you said, is a fraction where the numerator is greater than the denominator. And we are going to change these fractions from a mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay? So, you guys remember how to do this? All right. So when we change the mixed number to an improper fraction, I'm just going to write some notes in here, okay? So we are going to go in this direction, and we're going to multiply, okay? And then we're going to go in that direction, and then we're going to add. Here, in this direction, we're going to multiply, and we're going to go from this direction, and we're going to add. So we've got 3 times 3, that gives me 9. And then 9 plus 2 gives me 11. And then the denominator, again, stays the same. Very good. So this is going to be 11/3. All right. So here, what you're going to do, you're going to go in this direction, you're going to multiply. So 5 times 2 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. So that goes in the numerator. And the denominator stays the same. That's going to be, so 14/5. All right. So I would like for you to do example 8 and example 9. Okay. And I would like you to solve, use any method to solve these two problems. So we have, for example 8, 52 times 37. And for example 9, we have 4,288 divided by 8. And you are going to do this on your own. So some of you solved this the traditional way. You multiplied, and this up here, I'm just crossing out my theory. So you multiply the 7 times the 52, you get 364. Then you have to add your placeholder, and then you multiplied the 3 times the 52, and then once you do that, then you add it. Is everybody clear?
Yeah, I got that.
And then, so here for the division, this is the traditional long division. I saw that some of you did the multiplication and division differently, okay? That is okay. You can solve this any way you want.